Happy Sunday, everyone. It's the weekend. Well, the weekend's almost over with, but we're going to stream. It's September in Hubbard. How you all doing? Welcome. Got my new little studio area set up. Still learning it. Having some fun, though. I sent a little picture last night to the community to show you what it looked like. I think I'm happy with it. There's there's always those things where you're not like 100% happy with what you've got, and I'll probably still switch some things around. How's everybody doing? We getting bored of Farm Sim 22. Just excited for 25 to come out. I know it's gonna be here pretty soon. We're almost into September. We got October, and then we've got early November. What is it, November 11th or 14th or something like that, the 25 comes out. But so much content out on the web right now about it. I'm really getting excited. I haven't really done anything with it yet because I've been watching so many of the other really amazing YouTubers out there that get the content right from giants. Very, very excited about tornadoes, weather, hail. I think that's awesome. And then I noticed in a most recent video, ground like deformation and seeing the the tractors drive over the ground, really making ruts. I thought that was awesome, but you don't want to hear me talk about it because so many other folks already have videos out there. So let's just jump in to the game, and we are in Hubbard, Nebraska 16x. And it is a monster of a game. And for these, I really have just wanted to play the game. I thought, so many times I have a script and we've got a plan. We really don't have a lot of that right now. We've got to farm this land, and I've usually or traditionally done a very bad job of just farming things. So that's what I'm doing. It's September 5th. I'm playing 7-day months, and I'm playing at 5x speed. And what that does is, I think for a game or a map of this size, it really, really does play properly. You don't get bored. You've got to really work on your timing with things. And there's so much land that I own that I've got to stay on top of things. Remember, 16x on a PC, I have a little over 1,400 or 1,300 acres in this particular area. And if you're not familiar with Hubbard, I'll go ahead and go into the PDA real fast so you can take a look at it. Maybe I will. Here we go. So we're going to get a little quick save action, and you're going to notice that the save action on a game of this size takes a little bit of time. It's a big map. So we're going to let that do its thing, and then we're going to take a look at where the heck we're at. So this is Hubbard. Again, a 16x map, PC only. This is created by Texar Gaming and Mapping. Beautiful map. A great way to end out Farm Sim 22. Really, really think it is. And this is my little neck of the woods up here in the upper left-hand corner. It looks small, so if this were a standard size map, owning this much land would not be very much, but this much land right here, so fields 1, 2 in the upper left-hand corner, all the way down to, I think I've got 43. I basically got this square or rectangle right here. That's 1,100 plus acres. So it's big. It's very, very big. And I was out just doing a crop tour because I don't know when these crops are going to turn. We've got corn, we've got beans, and I do have some wheat because I really do need straw. And this wheat, so this particular field right here, you can see is almost 60 acres. Field 4, it's wheat. It's got some small weeds in it. No data is found on it. The yields, they're going to be terrible for this fall. I just don't know what the growth map is going to do for this particular map. I just haven't gone through it yet. And if you're wondering, you know, Meg, she's been driving my Super Duty. I think she's getting tired of this old 89 Bourbon. It's a really nice truck, though. It's really hard to get rid of it. Very low miles. It makes me happy, so I might start driving it and letting her take my Super Duty, unless I absolutely really do need a ton of towing capacity. Then I'll take something else on the farm. But we're cruising back to the main farmyard, and you're going to see how long it takes to get back there. It's it's a drive. We're going through this beautiful countryside, and you know, I really encourage you, if you have the opportunity to play a map like this of this size, it's a lot of fun. It really, really is. Oh, you know what I don't have? I just noticed. Oh no, I wonder if I didn't plan this out. I don't have my ag monitor up with my screen. You know, it's probably one thing I didn't test. Stand by. Oh no, I don't think I did. Do you want the ag monitor? You don't want to see my ugly mug. I didn't test that. So, you know, I'm using OBS Studio. You know, I'll come back over to the clean so you can see me. I was talking kind of in the picture that I took last night and put out on the channel. This is not like a very high-tech setup at all. There are YouTubers out there that have some spectacular setups, blow this thing out of the water. I just got stuff that I've thrown together and have owned for a long time and had, and just turned it into a nice little streaming area. So I've got a PC, which is like over here, that I'm playing the game on. I've got a camera that I'm looking at right now with you all. And then to my left, I've got the Mac. So I run a Mac Studio that does like all of the encoding and does all the streaming. It takes, you know, Farm Sim from over here and pushes it over here, and then there's a mic and there's stuff. Well, you got to, you know, tell OBS, which is an application. It's free if you're ever interested in doing streaming. It's called Open Broadcast Studio. I believe that's what OBS stands for. A free open source platform. Very, very good. But you got to configure it. So you got to tell it what you want to have come in. So like the game and the camera and any imagery and stuff like that, music. Well, then you can take like the game and you can take the picture, the video that's coming right now from the camera. You can scrunch it down. You can put it over in one of the corners. I didn't do that properly, so probably just instead of messing it up, we'll just go without it for this time. And you know, this is my mug. It's not great. You're probably more interested in Farm Sim anyways, but I do have a graphic that shows an ag monitor with me in it. We'll just not worry about that right now. Okay? So let's head back to the farm. You can see I've got deer walking across. It's so it's what, 2 p.m. in the afternoon here in Nebraska. 5x speed, as I mentioned. A lot of acreage that we have to work in. And we're just took a right-hand turn. These roads are not named. They're not numbered. But you can see over on the right-hand side, we've got our beef cattle. And I'm a little concerned about them because I have not seen a health increase in them. Let's jump out and take a look real fast and see what the heck they're doing. Let's hop this fence. Be careful of the barbed wire. And I got a couple of guys that they've gotten out of their pen. They're on the other side of the road. I think it's because this fence is not part of this mod, which is okay. Hey, gentlemen, how are you? Good afternoon. How are we doing? I guess these would be ladies, wouldn't they? Yes, these would be ladies. Lady cattle. But we take a look here, and I'm trying to play it correctly. So they're not going to generate milk. They're dairy cat, or they're Angus beef. They're beef cattle. But I've been feeding them hay, which they eat grass, and I've been dumping hay in here. Their health isn't going up. And it's that way for all of these. So I should turn, one thing I have learned that I absolutely have to do in a map of this size is turn on your run multiplier. I don't do it very like 4 or 6 or 8x. I just kind of do it at 2x, and that gives you, I think, what is about the perfect speed. But you go all the way across, so water is provided, but you have to feed them, and they're all at 0. And maybe it's because I haven't gotten through a full month yet. Maybe like when August comes around, they will get a health score. But I thought it was okay to feed these animals with Maize Plus just hay. Like, I wouldn't be bringing TMR out here to them. But maybe you have to. Maybe that's the way it's coded in the XML. I don't know. So we'll have to see there. But we've got about, what, 45 head of cattle out here in this small area. And, you know, to note, oh, you know what I didn't do either? Yeah, look at my, you guys did not keep me honest. Look at my money. I was working with the trains earlier. We actually need to come back in, because I'm trying to be very, very realistic with this and accurate, so we need to set my money back to where it needs to be, which in this particular instance, after I've spent a bunch of stuff and I've bought a few more things, it's like 1.3 million, and that's down. Wait, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, there we go. I had 8 million in there, and that was not good. Let's check the chat. How's everybody doing? Graham the farmer, how much longer till you can make my farm? Graham, I know I need to make your farm. I'm so sorry. I haven't been in a huge, like, mood to build farms for some reason. Do you ever get that way? I need to jump back into it, though. Like, I go in cycles where, you know, I'm having a really good time, like, playing a map, and then other times I'm wanting to, you know, go build farms. But I was doing I Build Your Farm, and that is where I was taking Google images. So users, friends of the channel, would submit basically their farms, and I was building them. And I've got, you know, probably 5 or 6 of them out there. They take about an hour, hour and a half to do. They're fairly long videos, and I need to do that. So Graham, please accept my apology. I haven't made yours yet. I don't want to give you like a time, like I'm going to do it tomorrow. I need to do it, all right? I need to just do it, but I don't want to disappoint you, so bear with me if you don't mind. Your farm will get built. I will build your farm. So over on the left, this is a big 50-acre field. I just finished second cutting on this. And over on the right, you can see corn. So we'll take a look at this corn. I think it's in its final growth stage. And it's got some weeds. I should probably maybe come in and hit these with a little bit of herbicide, but I'm a little worried that it's too high. And if I brought the sprayer in here, I would just be killing crops. So, yeah, we've got large weeds in here. It's 100. So this is a 103-acre field, and expected yield is only 56%. So you can clearly see that I've got my work. Hey, I got an achievement, road trip. No, yeah, you definitely are spending a ton of time driving around on this map, which I actually kind of enjoy. So over on the left, we'll come into the main farm, and you can see we've just finished second cutting, and what I really need to get done today is, you know, it's 3 o'clock, and you can see how the time is getting away from us, but I need to get this hay over to storage. I need to get the rake put away, probably cleaned up. And then I need to do some maintenance on the actual Bale tractor because, like I said, I absolutely need straw. I am buying straw as I need it, and we'll take you over to the dairy cattle, and I'll show you where they're at. But let's hop in the old C30 and or K30. Are these C30 or K30s? It's a Silverado. It's a 30 series. This is Buck's truck. And I'm going to take it over to my bale storage area. And we'll see how many bales we got off of this second cutting. Grandma, hey, I appreciate it. Like I said, I haven't stopped doing those. I'm definitely still going to do those. It's one of those things where you get into, life happens, right? We all probably work. We have families and whatnot. And I forget, like, oh my gosh, I got to build some farms. And then a couple days go by, weeks go by, and like, oh my gosh, I didn't build that farm. So I do need to get back into that. So we're dropping these off. I'm using part of the Red Barn pack here. This is I think a nice mod. So we've got 144 total bales in here, mostly hay. A couple of alfalfa bales. I was playing around with alfalfa on this map earlier, and it didn't work. A couple of errors, so I just switched back over to hay. So we got 144 in there now, and then I've got this other trailer we'll grab and we'll bring it over. And that'll be our total amount of bales that have to get us through winter. And again, it all depends on whether or not the beef cattle out there actually accept that hay, which it shows it as food. I just don't know. I don't want them to start dying off if you've got to feed them something other than hay. And again, I don't think you need to feed them anything other than hay, but I don't know. We shall see. And this field turned out really nice. I love the shader configuration of this map. It's really, really nice, especially when the suns start going down. It's a beautiful map. And there's my insurance. You might wonder, what the heck is this? I started making a couple of mods where I was changing the cost or the maintenance cost on them, and I figured there's no way to have insurance in the game, so I just created a mod that has a $35,000 per year total cost on it that is broken out each month. That's what I was talking about with the current bank account. We could absolutely go bankrupt. It's highly possible, because do not forget, I have a massive loan that is coming out every month. It's a $15 million 20-year loan, and it's going to get paid back in 2 days, and that's going to be an $80,000 payment. So, harvest better be good. All of Meg's crops and apples and her plants and all of our milk that we're making, I have no clue if this farm will be sustainable or not. But that's why I'm playing it. Hey, George, how are you? Yeah, I agree. It's nice to switch it up a little bit. I think it's so much fun to build farms, and I loved having users submit the farms. I touched on this on the last stream that I did. With a game like this, the worst thing I think can happen is you start forcing content, or you start forcing yourself to do stuff just to get it on the channel or just to get it into YouTube. Maybe that's not a good way to think about it. Maybe that's like a really bad way if you were doing YouTube as a business. Like, you just got to get stuff out there. But I think for me, I'm doing this again. This is fun. This is enjoyment. This is entertainment. This is relaxation. So for me, I would much rather provide content that I really enjoy making or doing. And I think it probably comes out in what you see. That's just me. Let's see here. How many bales did we get off of that second cutting? 180 bales total. So that has to get us through winter. So really, I'm not going to cut anymore. I probably could, like, realistically, September to October. We could still maybe do a third cutting if it was good in early November. But I'm not going to. I want to let that field grow. I want it to get through winter. So this has to feed not only our beef cattle out in the fields, but we've got to use it for our mixing wagons. We've got 240 head of dairy cattle that I'll take you over and show you right now. And if you're just joining us, really appreciate you coming to the channel. You know, I'm watching this. It's interesting. I'm watching this. Man, it seems like ads pop up like crazy on YouTube now. I don't know if you guys get the same thing, but so I've got a little iPad down to my lower left that I'm logged in just to watch the stream. You know, put a headset on, listen to it, make sure everything is good audio-wise, and like I keep looking over, and it's like, wow, it's in another ad. I don't know. I guess that's the world we live in. Ads all over the place. Here's my horse. This is Quinn. She's 2 months old. Again, worried about this, and I think it might be because we've got to get the age up. We've got to get through. She's 2 months old. She's been fed. She has water. I ride her daily to make sure that, again, gets exercise. Make sure she's clean. Her health has done nothing. And that, I think, is what 25 could really, really improve on. That's animals. And I think we're going to see an improvement on animals. Hey, Iron Wolf, is my insurance mod available to the public? No, I mean, I guess I could make it available to the public. It is basically just it's a sign. It's this sign, which I think is a current mod that's out there that was pulled from a map. I don't know who the original modder was. I just reskinned it, basically. So I don't know if I'd have to ask that modder who pulled that from another map if I could put it out. I can do that. I can see. It's kind of fun because, again, it takes a chunk of money, so you can go into the XML and you can change how much your insurance policy is, and that just comes out every month. In this particular instance, $35,000 a year divided by 12. It's a straight annuity type payment, which is exactly how the loans are. And I can actually go in and show you those really fast. So this is currently available on the in-game mod hub. Let's go ahead and let it save. Let me take a little sip of coffee. Got my coffee with me because it is, it's still kind of early on a Sunday. Oh, yeah. Love a cup of Joe. But we come in and take a look, and this is the loan system. This is a mod. It's available on the in-game mod hub. I think it's really cool. So you can see my house is right here. This is a $200,000 loan, 36-month loan, so that's 3 years. That's kind of short for a home loan, but I think that was the default that came with the mod. I've got $189,000 remaining on it. And then you can see here, this is the big one. So $12,500,000. This is what it costs, kind of my estimate to get into the farm with all the equipment and stuff on it. So at 3.4% interest over 20 years, I'm paying $72,000 a month on that. That's a ton of money. Combined with those two loans, $78,580 comes out every month. That is different from this loan system, which is down here maybe. Yeah, where you can borrow in increments of $5,000. This is a straight monthly payment based on an interest rate, and I think it's really cool. Would love to see something like that in 25 because I think there's more realism that you can pull out of this game. And I'm finding that the more I play realistically, the more fun that I'm having. So what are we doing right now? We're trying to get old Quinn up to 100% before the end of the day. And you got to do this with all your animals. And this is why, you know, I said last stream, I love horses in real life. They're amazing animals, beautiful animals. I hate them in this game because you don't do anything with them other than ride them, and you have to ride all of them. You have to keep them clean, which I get that's real life as well. But they don't return any profit either. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll get better when 25 comes out. So you can see Quinn is up to 100% now. And we'll get her back into the barn. Whoops. And I've noticed with this particular barn, this is an Elk Mountain Monty barn, you've actually got to, like, get off your horse about right here. And then, yeah, they'll go back in. So then let's run over. Let's give a nice clean. Anthony King, hello, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Just doing a Sunday stream. I thought it might be kind of fun. I don't really have a schedule for streaming. I promised I would do more streaming because I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping that you're enjoying it. Hoping it's giving you some joy. And we're in Hubbard, Nebraska, 16x, playing it as real as possible. So Quinn has been ridden, been cleaned up. Let's make sure she's got enough water. So she's got 2,200 liters of food, 1,200 liters of water. That's totally fine. We've got extra food in here. I made a run to the store a couple of days ago, grabbed a couple more pallets of food. And you can see Meg's apple trees are really doing well. We got a lot of pallets here. I don't know if we're going to make it this evening. It's 4:30 in town. The markets are probably closed now, so I'm not going to be able to take those today. Well, let's run up here to... Yeah, we got a ton of stuff up here. So I think tomorrow morning, and we'll play through that today on this stream. We'll let the time go. But tomorrow morning, I think we need to make a run. Hey, there's my dog. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah. What is it, R? There we go. Yeah, do a rollover. Oh, yeah, I got that. Good boy. Yeah, there we go. I need to go up and check your food, actually. Anthony, I appreciate it. We were just talking about that, of building people's farms. And, poor Graham, I've told him I'm going to build his farm. And the last one I did, it's been a couple of weeks ago. It's actually probably been 3 weeks ago. So I need to get in and build some more of those. I haven't. Let's fill up Gypsy. Did my dog's name really Gypsy in the game? We got to change that. Let me go in. Let's find my dog. Where's my dog at? There's Quinn. Can you not change your dog's name? Yeah, you like your food. I get that. I want to change your name. Show animal food overview. I want to change your name. I don't know. Might not be possible. That's okay. I won't want to bore you with that. So... what we can do real fast is, it's getting kind of late in the evening. Let's run back down to the shop. We got all those bales in. Let's grab the ram, bring it back down. Sorry about that. I wanted to switch over just for a second, listen, make sure audio was going good. So when you're a one-man band, you got to make sure everything is going well. I'm just going to park these right here. They need to get washed, which we can do. Let's run this case over. Let's get it washed up. Get it put away back behind the barn. Because time is not on our side right now. This worked really well. I was using a helper to do all the raking, and they actually did quite a nice job in this field. Where is my power washer? It's actually a really good question, Stowe. Where'd you put the power washer? Did I delete the power washer? I swore I had a power washer right here at one point in time. I must have deleted it. I'm so guilty of this. I do this all the time where I gotta stop doing it. But I go in and I delete things and I make changes. I've clearly deleted accidentally my power washer. But I did get, and I'm excited to show you this. I did download a new mod, so I'm excited. This is from Thundar. I have been fighting with this game for years because I want to put things inside buildings. And what happens? We all know it clips, right? There's clipping. Well, there's now a new... Thundar has made it so I can actually go into the map menu, the game editor, and fly through all of those collisions. So happy, and we only have like 2 months left of the game. That's okay. But now, see, I can come in here and I can put my power washer right here where it needs to be. Which I thought I had it right here to begin with, but there we go. And this is, again, you go to Thundar's itch.io page and you'll see he's got a ton of really cool mods that focus primarily on realism. One of them is his, it's a conversion. So it converts the leaders to the imperial to American standard. So, and some don't want that, which is totally fine. I'm in the United States. I do want that. So his conversion does that for us. All right, now I can come over here. I can get this. How do I open that? I want to use my power washer. There we go. And we're just going to pretend it's a very long... Although I think, yeah, so it restricts you if you go too far. So it's probably going to get us over here to clean this out. Clean this Magnum all the way up. This is an itch.io mod. I don't remember who made it, but it is out there. Really, really nice sounds. Sounds straight piped, and I like it. Anthony, what'd you say here? You've actually tried to make one of the No Man's Land for your... That's awesome. So No Man's Land is a great map to build things yourself. Build your own farms. And I encourage you, try to farm the entire map if you could. Because a 2x map is going to give you, if you farmed the entire thing at 2x, a little more realistic than just like a couple of fields in a 2x map. The scaling just isn't great in the game on the base maps. That's why I think this 16x map is so good, because the scaling is a little more accurate. This is probably even a little small, the amount of acreage that I have here on this farm for the amount of equipment that I have. I should probably have closer to I don't know, 3,000 acres. So I might have to consider that in the future. We'll just, again, we'll see what that loan does, and if we're able to be sustainable. All right, it's 5 o'clock. It's not quitting time yet. We've still got work to do. So I had a huge problem, and I need to find where I parked it. But I've got my Kodiak, and it was way, way, way down on power. Where did I park that Kodiak? I think it's out here. I want to get it into the shop. I want to see what's wrong with it, get it repaired. It was struggling. And I think I've got everything that I need for it. And I might take it up. I've got 2 work areas. I've got a small one and then the large one down where the combines are. And I think I might take it to the small one if it'll fit. It's going to give us a little bit more room to work on it. But this thing is way down on power. You can see it's really, really hurting. And tomorrow morning, again, I want to get up and want to get all of our produce picked up, and I want to take it to town. And this mod, this is an all-platform mod that I highly encourage you all to go get. It's on the in-game mod hub right now, and it is a wonderful, wonderful truck. I've always loved these. It's called a Lizard C7500, but it's based on that venerable GM Kodiak platform, and you've all seen it before if you're in the United States. It's what the U-Hauls used to be. It's what this truck used to be. Tow trucks, rollbacks, you name it. This thing was a staple on the American streets in the late 80s and 90s. And you still see them periodically from time to time. You see some really cool builds done on them where people buy them and customize them. I think they have 3408 cats in them. I think that's the correct code for them. Is a V8 single turbo cat engine. Some of them might have been naturally aspirated pieces, too. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not as knowledgeable on that. But they used to be one of my favorite trucks when I was a kid. I always thought they were super awesome. Let's drop this, because I want to pull this in. I don't know how much I'm going to have to put into it. I've got all the equipment that I need. Iron Wolf, what are you building? You say you've got a farm on Isolated Valley. I've not played that one yet. It's an in-game mod hub map, you say? I'll have to check it out. I like the maps that are... they're kind of like choose-your-own-adventure maps where you go and build stuff yourself. I think it's really, really fun where you start with nothing and then you build an empire. Anthony, I think it's a good idea. If you're on PS4, you're going to have to go to PS5 to play Farm Sim 25, I believe. I don't think that it's going to run on those older systems. So if you can, you know, go for it. Oh my gosh, $2,000 I got to put into this thing. I don't really want to repaint it, but I do need to repair it. So yeah, let's go ahead and repair that. Is this bed? The bed's in fine condition. You know, a couple of you know, bushings here and there. Probably hit it with the grease zerks. Just go ahead and do that to get that into tip-top shape. I'm not too worried about how it looks. I mean, we'll clean it up, but I do worry about how it's performing, and it was performing terribly. So I'm glad I was able to get that fixed. So just walk around and make sure everything's looking to be in good shape. We don't have any blown airbags. Brakes look good. You know, just hit everything with The grease gun, a lot of times those U-joints, they've got grease zerks on them. Need to take care of that. Batteries are decent. They're fairly new. All the lights work. You know, it's something you should really inspect on your vehicles. Let's go ahead and back this out, because you don't want the lawman to pull you over if you've got burned out lights. You know, turn signals aren't working, so let's just back it up. Make sure it no leaks from where I changed the oil. Let's check all the lights. So that is my right turn signal. That's working. Left turn signal. That's working. Steering. Lock to lock, no issues there. Horn. Believe it or not, so in a previous life, I worked in television, and I drove some television trucks. And I remember getting pulled over by DOT. I didn't get pulled over. I was going through a weigh station, and you know, they did a secondary inspection on me, and this was the first time I ever actually got inspected. And I remember them, like, you had to check your horn. And it's something, you know, we take for granted, but yeah, they wanted to check it. The horn, it worked. But I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever checked my horn. There's my flashers. All right, brake lights. Yep, that's good. Let's check. There's running lights. And then high beams. Oh, I don't have any high beams. I think it's probably just the mod. But yeah, I think that's probably in good shape. I'm comfortable with that. Suzette, hey, welcome. Hi, it's good to see you. Welcome back. How's the farm? I'm just going to pull this right here for the time being. We're running out of daylight here, folks. Again, that's what I really like, though, about playing at 5 or 6X. You do run out of daylight. I want to grab this, so the Bale tractor needs to be washed off. I need to get this ready to do straw, because that wheat field, I've got to get straw off of it. And I want to blow this out first. Just get into all the nooks and crannies. And we were doing hay with this. It did really, really well. It's an older John Deere 100. Now you can see it's got some nicks and dings on it, but it still operates fairly well. Get in here and clean this all off. Suzette just got home from church. Wonderful. Hope you had a good time there. Anything you got to do this afternoon out on the farm? Just got that blown off. I said blowed off. Blowed that off. Now let me grab this. I just hit some of these really dirty areas. Yeah, you kind of globbed up down here, some of that wet grass. I had it out. I cut it, I raked it. I cut it and tedded it, let it sit out, dried fairly well, but we had a rain came through. Unfortunately, it was not as dry as I had hoped it would be, so I just want to get some of the little extra bits of grass off of it so that it can really, truly dry out before we're doing hay or straw with it, excuse me. And then just check the tractor. The tractor is really in good shape. It didn't get too dirty at all, so I think we can go put that back. Landon, howdy. Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Got a bit of a turnout. I really love this. This is awesome. Thanks for coming out, folks. It's Sunday. I've never done a Sunday stream before. And, if you're just joining, I will say, so I am here. I am here. And I'll show you. So stand by. Here I am. I'm right here. I'm right here. I made a change to the area that I'm streaming in. I threw a picture of it up last night. I didn't stream last night, but I was futzing around changing things. And there's one thing I forgot to do, and that was the overlay camera. So in the game, I don't even know if it really matters, right? You probably don't want to see this ugly mug, which I get it. It's totally fine. But I forgot to test the game with the overlay camera on my confidence monitor that will be in the lower left-hand corner. I am here. I promise. It's my ugly mug. I just didn't want to jump back into OBS and make a bunch of changes to things, so I figured we'd just maybe do that next time, if that'd be okay. And you just saw it there for a moment. It just popped up for just a second, accidentally. You can see it was just the confidence monitor with me, but there was no game. It was just black. It was just a black screen. It's getting late. Am I going to have time to do this? Yeah, I probably will. I'd like to get these put back in. I'm actually kind of done with these for the season. I don't need to cut any more grass. You can see my blinking. I've had some people make some suggestions. You could see those stickers that were blinking there. I have gone into my AMD console. I have made sure that instant replay has been disabled. I don't know what it is. I'm not complaining too much, though, because I'm so happy with the way the PC is functioning that if I have to deal with some, blinking graphics, I'm okay with that. I clearly should have put the tether on first, because the tether is, just enough weight. This mower on the front is heavy. So there we go. With that on the back, it kind of levels itself out a little bit. I might need to consider investing in some slightly heavier weights in the rear of this tractor. We're running out of time. Meg is gonna want me home. So we'll just park this for the time being. Put it right here. I do like to set this down just so it's not on those hydraulics. So let's pull this forward. Just like that. And I might hop out. I might go ahead and just disconnect it. Because there's so much weight on the front of that. What else do I have still out? I've just got those. That stuff can sit out all night. I'm not too worried about that. There's a bale I was talking about. I told you I was trying to do alfalfa bales. And it created them, but it left the textures out of it. I don't know what to do with this bale. I don't know how to get rid of it. I've tried to get rid of it. I cannot get rid of it. So it sits there. Now, I'll tell you what I am trying to do, be a little more cognizant of. I am terrible when it comes to closing things up at night. I leave doors open. Do you all do this? I do have a little hill in that shed. I do. I know. Just a little one. Just a little bit. Let me turn that off. Come out here. So I need to be a little more cognizant of my just leaving everything open. Let me close this up. I think we're going to head back to the house, grab a little supper, and hit that sleep trigger, and we'll see what the morning brings. Might leave those lights on. That's fine. But see, I've left all these doors open. There we go. I left this door open. Although the chickens do like to go in here. I've left all these doors open. I mean, it's just a mess. I don't think we have doors here. No. And that really doesn't matter here. We do have a door here. We can close that door, close that up, just to be on the safe side. And let's take a look, just make sure our animals have what they need for the evening. So these cows, we got 240 head of dairy cattle. They're doing great. Health is at 100%. Food is good. Milk is good. We're going to probably take milk into town tomorrow. Straw is good. They've got plenty of food. And then their slurry and manure, it's getting up there. So we probably do need to take some of that in tomorrow as well. We're playing a 7-day month, which means tomorrow is Saturday. So today is Friday in game. Tomorrow is Saturday. We've got a small window of things being open to make some sales in the morning. And then Sunday, everything's going to be closed. So we want to make sure we have everything sold tomorrow, Sunday, and then when Monday comes around, it's going to be October in-game. Oh, we didn't... Oh, there's kind of a sunset. We missed the sun going down. Again, this map is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and jump into flight mode real fast. Let's take you up, see if you can see this sunset. Really, really beautiful. And you can just see the vastness of this map. So, it's hard to see because it is dark. But beautiful sunset. Let's go ahead and turn flight mode off. We'll fall back to the ground. Hop in Meg's bourbon. Again, mentioned earlier, she's been driving my Super Duty, which I'm totally fine with. Doesn't bother me at all. I kind of like this old Suburban. You know, I'm of the mindset, I like to find an older vehicle, something that is not, brand new, going to break the bank, something you can keep maintained, and just makes me, makes me happy because it doesn't cost a lot of money. Farmman, what field did you build on? I'll be happy to show you that. So let's take a look at the map real fast. Stand by. This is going to probably save, and I've mentioned this in the past. Every time this map saves, it's a fairly lengthy save, so give it a second. Gives me a chance to take a sip of my coffee. I'm almost gone. My coffee's almost out. Making me sad. Here's the map. So here's what we've built on. So I own field 1, 2, 31, 30, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9, 33, 10, 11, 38, 41, 39, and 37. And that is over 1,100 acres. And we've built this on... I tried to not build in fields, but I did have to build a little bit on field 8. And field 8 is... If I click on it, stand by. Can I... There we go. So field 8 is 30 hectares, but in the U.S. conversion, it's like 70 acres, 60 acres. This is 20 hectares, and it's 50 acres. So I can kind of give you a little bit of an idea of where I built. And the farm, or the house, so my house... Do I have better lights? Yeah, I got those top LEDs. Let me turn those on. See, those are... Oh, yeah. I hate those in real life when people are driving at you. But I do like them in-game. Slick Top, good afternoon. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. We're playing through the game. It's getting kind of late here on Friday in-game, September. So we're heading back to the house. Going to grab a little supper and hit that sleep trigger and wake up and see what the next day brings us. Meg's home. That's nice. I see she clearly left the Super Duty out, so I put her car in, and I just hit the back wall. Oh, I don't think I knew those opened. Oh, I don't even think I knew that opened. Well, I'll be damned. Look at that. Got that venerable... Oh, okay. So it says 502. I might have gone in, done a little bit of modification of the XML. This might have a little more horsepower in it. Just don't tell Meg. Do not tell Meg, okay? You got a 502 big Chevrolet performance parts, big block in it. Comes from the factory and from the in-game, or from the itch.io page with a 5.7, like 180 horse motor. Not enough ponies. But I don't think I realized the back doors opened. That's really cool. How did those open? Did they open from... Oh, yeah. So, okay. Oh, well, shoot, everything opens. I don't think I knew that. See, you learn something every day. Oh, that's why Meg likes that car. What is my favorite truck? Now, Suzette, you talking favorite pickup, or are you talking favorite semi? What do you want? And many have asked, where do you find this house? This is a Snake Bizzle house. I don't believe he has released this yet on his itch.io page. It is available on his Patreon page. You know, we've talked many times about mods and paid versus unpaid and the whole philosophy of it, not getting into it. I don't want to. It's just, it's very toxic. It seems very toxic. I don't like it. This is supposed to be fun. But Snake Bizzle does some amazing work and has a ton, I mean a ton, of free mods out on his itch.io page. Yes, I do think, Slicktop, that is OK Use Mods 89 Chevrolet, and it's a very good mod. OK Use Mods, another amazing modder out there, which does some stuff internal for the Mod Hub and some stuff on his itch.io page. Just depends on what he can get through onto Giants. Glenn is his name. He's got a Facebook page as well I'm a member of. Really nice gentleman and some amazing knowledge of the game. All right, September 6th, 6 a.m., let's check the weather. Let's see what we're looking at for September 6th. It's 57 degrees. Beautiful weather. Today is going to be really nice, I think. We're going to see high of 75, but I don't see any rain in the forecast. We're looking through October. This is where it starts to get a little scary as a farmer. We're going to be into harvest season, and they're calling for rain 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 7 days. I do not like that. that could get very, very dicey. And we've got so much that we've got to take care of. Meg said I can take my super duty today because she's done with all of her work, so that's fine. She left me with very little fuel. That's okay. Iron Wolf, good to see you. Thanks. Have a good day. Enjoy your housework. Appreciate you stopping by the farm. The first thing we need to do with this, so I don't run out of fuel, I've got 2 diesel tanks. I've got one for our off-road diesel, and I've got one for on-road diesel. The big one here is all of our equipment, and then I've got this smaller tank over here that I've got some on-road diesel. We'll go ahead and fill that up here. I'm just going to fill it up. Why aren't you filling up? I hear it clicking, but it's not doing anything. Okay, is my tank empty? Did I forget to fill it up? I don't want to run into town with this truck. But if I have to, I have to. Maybe I need to turn around like this? There we go. I guess I had to turn it around. Landon, I agree. There's an international cab over in 25 that Giants has been showcasing. It looks really, really good. That's going to be awesome. I'll just park right here. Let me get the shop turned on. Maybe run over and check on the animals real quick, but I don't have a ton of time. I want to make sure we get to town. There we go. We'll turn all these on. Why didn't these lights turn on? Are they on the same switch? This is the Millennial Farmer Shed Pack, which is on the in-game mod hub. Really, really nice, building. But why can't... Oh, okay, there's 2 switches there. I gotcha. I might just, it's beautiful outside today, so let's go ahead and pop a door open. Let's check on our animals. They're doing okay. Chicken, 132 health is great. Food is good. Run over here to the these guys. Yep, still doing good. God, we gotta get rid of some of that milk. We gotta sell it, and look at the slurry manure. We gotta do that as well. I think we should do that at 6 a.m. The market we go to, or where I sell a lot of my produce. So I think we might sell milk first. They're a great wholesaler, but they also have coffee shops around town. And they love buying our milk, and they'll accept it right now at 6 a.m. So we might go ahead and just take that out, because they're going to be getting ready for the rush after people start waking up, wanting to go out and get their coffee. So let's just fill up the tanker, take it into our sale point, into town. Suzette, I saw that you just bought a 99 F250. You got a 7.3 in it with a 6-speed. That's awesome. Amazing truck, the 7.3. So nice. Do you watch, by any chance, Cletus McFarlane YouTube channel? Love that channel. They just did a big thing, and I think Whistling Diesel, no, not Whistling Diesel, JH Diesel. They had a 99. I think it was an F250. It was an automatic, though. They beat the living snot out of the thing. Well, that is an awesome first truck. I just drove over a chicken. So congratulations on that purchase. We're heading to town, and this is, you're going to see, I've said it before, I definitely over-revved that. But it takes forever to get to town when you're playing a 16X. So while we're cruising in, I might, turn a little music on. Landon, thank you. I do like a little mix of old and new equipment. I tend to shift towards older equipment. Maybe not like early 80s or late 70s, but I like the 90s to mid-90s equipment. I really, really do. So again, we're heading into town. We've got 8,000 gallons, and I know that's a little over the top. But when you are solo farming on a 16X map, you've got to take advantage of a little bit of XML modification. If not, you will drive yourself crazy. Suzette, how many miles are on your F250? Found a 7.3. Again, such a historic engine. 7.3. So we're coming up here. This is coming to town. And up here on the left, you can see there's a little market. This is where we sell a lot of our apples, a lot of Meg's Garden right there. They're not going to be open until slightly later in the day today. That's why we're taking the milk first. And I'm probably going to see if I can sneak out this little side road to get out to the main drag that'll take us to our sell point for milk. And the reason why I don't use this all the time is because if I have a semi-truck, I high center right here, and I got to be very, very careful. 250,000 miles and still running strong, I bet, right? Those are 500,000 miles easily out of that if it's been maintained. Even more, maybe. I don't know. We're sneaking out this little side road. It's going to take us out to the main drag in Hubbard. All right, since we're out pretty much where we need to be, I'll turn the radio off for you all. Just make sure there's no cars coming. Not driving well. So we're on the main highway coming out of Hubbard, and there is this development area up here on the right we're going to see after we come under the train tracks. I hate the development areas. I've talked about it in the past, but, you know, I guess it's just the sign of the times with the amount of developers that come in. They buy up farmland. They built a Home Depot out here. There's a Walmart. All sorts of stuff here. But, again, we get a really, really fair and honest price to sell our milk at the cafe that is here. I just don't love those big developments where they've taken, I don't know how many acres of land. They bought it. I just don't know if they gave a fair price to the farmer that owned this land. Suzette, does it have the, you said it's got the four-wheel drive on the floor. Does it have the manual locking hubs? Do you have to, like, get out of the truck and lock those front hubs in? You can see here the Corgi Cafe. These are just a great, this is a owner of this is not a franchise. They've kind of, they saw what was happening. They were in town. They knew that they should probably come out to this development. So they've embraced it a little bit, but again, we want to help them out. They help us out. Let's see what we get for this. Start overloading that. Landon, I have seen... Oh, that was a $43,000 haul on that milk. That's awesome. I have seen Stitzer. I haven't played it yet. So that's the new Stitzer Wisconsin map by MRG Mapping. I believe the beta version is out on his itch.io page. I haven't played it yet. I saw it last night. Thought about downloading it, but then I had a moment of pause because I felt like I was going to get into it and break my rule of not... Did I leave a truck out here? I think I did. I think I left this truck out here because I needed to be able to teleport out to this area. I don't have anything else out here, so I left a truck. So we got a question on the stream. Love the stream. Thank you so much. Quick question. Do you ever get random lag spikes while playing FS22? My PC is having them, even though I have a gaming computer. Yeah, I do get them. I got them terribly with my Mac. And it was a higher-end Mac, too. Mac Studio. Just goes to show you that it was not optimized to play this game. I am seeing, depending upon where I'm at on this map, this is a 16x map, I'm seeing anywhere between 100 to 130 frames per second. Running a... this is not a high-end computer. I just built it. It is an AMD Ryzen 7... Whoops, better not pull out there. Ryzen 7 7700X processor, and I'm using a Radeon 7900 GRE GPU. It's got 32 gigs of RAM, and it's got a 2 terabyte hard drive, and it's a fractal case. You know, again, I consider it to be a bang for your buck type build, and I don't see as many like lags as I did. In comparison to my Mac, like virtually zero. But I still see them periodically. I don't know why. I've been told that 22 is just not a well-optimized game. So I'm hoping that 25 might have a little bit better optimization for computers and consoles. Because I started on console, so I started on Xbox Series S. And I'll tell you, I had a ton of problems with that, with you know, maps not loading, mod conflicts. Migrated to the Mac. Thought it was going well, but then I started streaming and started capturing and trying to do multimedia on it, and just clearly the more items that I put on a map and the more I tried to do with it, the less and less the game could run smoothly. So we can hop in here. Let me go into not easy deb, but let me go into the console. Just in case you're curious, we can show you what I've got here. So we're in the console. Again, we're on a PC. We can say show FPS true. And I'm running, I don't know, I think this is AMD's like frame generation. I don't know why I see 2, but you can kind of get a sense of what I'm getting right here. So 60 and then 120. And I don't know if the 1 is what the game is creating, and then AMD is duplicating it and giving me 120. I don't know what that means. Yeah, so if you got an RTX 4060 and a Ryzen 5, I mean, the game should run beautifully. I missed my turn. That's okay. We'll run into town. We'll come back in. Although I hope No, the train shouldn't be in town unless something crazy came up. The number 27 comes to Omaha, but it's like at 2:30 p.m. Oh, I think it is there, actually. Shoot, am I going to be able to get in? Just looked up, you don't have enough RAM, 16 gigs. Yeah, if you can go 32, I think that'd be best. I am considering going to 64. I don't know if it will provide me anything, but first time I've seen the train. What am I saying? I put the train here for the stream. But all joking aside, yeah, so this is the Amtrak, the number 27 coming to Omaha. This is where you can pick it up right out of Hubbard Station. This is Jay Weezy's train set, and I highly recommend you go check that out if you like trains and you're on PC. Jay Weezy has done so much for this game and probably created one of the best mods that you can put on the game. It is PC only, but, you know, go get it, try it, have fun. This is the number 27 Amtrak that stops at Hubbard, but it's usually not here. It's usually heads to Omaha at 2:35. Mojo Joe, hey, how are you? Welcome to the channel or to the chat. You're not late. It's totally fine. I don't have a schedule, so I just felt like streaming on a Sunday. What the heck? You've got this nickel plate rail. Yeah, I threw a caboose on here. I don't think Amtrak runs a caboose anymore, but I have to have a train with a caboose, and I've only got one car here. And you can actually go in these cars, which is really cool. Again, this is Jay Weezy's train mods. The way he did this, he made it so that there are collisions in some areas and there aren't collisions in other areas. I don't know if you can go in the caboose. Yeah, you can. So you can ride in here if you really wanted to. Super, super cool. Can I jump up here? Yeah, he's got collisions on here as well. So you can take a look. So if you were playing multiplayer, you could ride in here if you wanted to. We can go across into the passenger car. Just such a nice mod that he has done for this. And these are not paid mods. These are available to the public on Jay Weezy's itch.io page. His entire train pack is available. We'll jump out. We'll head to the locomotive real fast. This is an Amtrak, I believe, Electromotive SDP 40F. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. He's done an update to this pack, and it is, I think, spectacular. And I've just got it running down Main Street. I might back it up here and listen to the sound of it. He did. He added a steam engine, and it is awesome. You want to go see it? Here. Let me turn this guy off. Let me jump over to it because I've got it out here. Out by the Ventana nuclear power plant. We've got this distribution area. And this is Jay Weezy's steam locomotive. And the last stream that I did, I had some people say, you know, I got in the trains, but I never took them anywhere. So let's hop in this bad boy. Let's fire this guy up. So you can see where we're at. We're way on the opposite end of the map. And I actually have this map available. This save game is available with Jay Weezy's tracks that I put down on here if you want to go and get it. It's on my itch.io page. Again, the people that did the real work on it are Texar Mapping and Jay Weezy. Texar made the map. Jay Weezy made the train mods. I just threw them down on the map and made an entire loop that goes from the northeast corner all the way down through Main Street and then further southwest to another distribution factory or location. And if you want to go download that, you can. You obviously need to have the supporting mods for it. It is PC only, but it is there. No, I'd love to hear that. So what was made out of freight locomotives as a stopgap measure? I absolutely love talk of trains, so don't ever feel like you're geeking out on trains or anything. Feel free to geek out by all means. So let's just run. This is the 769 nickel plate. This is Jay Weezy's steam engine, and I don't know why you get a little black smoke as you get on the throttle. I don't know if I have these switches properly timed. Let me go check these out real quick. So let's see here. We're going to come out. That one is correct, so that's going to take us to there. That's open. That's going to take us to there, which is open. Then this is open. Now if I get down here... Yeah, we can just make a loop around. Oh, you know what we probably want to do, though, that I want to back up? Let's take you on this main line. Yeah, let me get the steam engine out. Let me turn off my frames per second. Don't worry, we'll get back to farming in just a minute. I had someone comment that I was showing the trains. I just never did anything with them. And that I should have driven them. So, what the heck, we'll go for a little drive. It says the steam locomotive will run 65 miles per hour. We're going to open it up when we get on this main line out here. So let me stop. And let me not go under the train, Sober. Come on, what are you doing? Why am I stuck? I was stuck for a moment. So now I need to close this. Because I want to run out to over here. And I want to make sure that is open. And that, okay, yeah, that'll take us back just fine. They actually derailed a lot due to the large water tanks in the rear of the engine. A lot of Amtrak cars were old steam era. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. So we're not going to run the entire loop, but I thought I would get you out on... I don't know. Did I derail? I thought I had that switch correctly set. No, I think it's okay. Yeah. Maybe I did do something wrong back there. I don't know. It's fine. It seems to be still on track. Let me now switch that back over, so this is now going to allow me to go straight. Yes. Turn my bell off. Mississippi Fire Department, hello. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're having fun on Sunday. Hope everyone's doing well. I just taken the steam engine out for a little run. We're going to see how fast it can go. And I have to be cautious because up here I've got another switch that I need to make sure is open or closed. I still haven't determined what the right terminology is for that, if a switch is open or closed. But I want to run on the right side of this track up here, so I need to make sure that it is set up so that I go straight, and then we're going to see how fast we can go. Oh shoot, am I out of water? I don't think I realized you have to have water in this thing. Crap. I'm going to blow the boiler up. I don't have a way to get water into it quickly, so let's just come in here. Set fill unit 1, 2 to water. Let's just fill it and fill it. Request failed. Alright, it says I have water now, though, so maybe now I will go faster. Alright, so is this properly set up for us? Yes, that is good. So, again, I don't know, chat, if you know trains. Is this an open switch or a closed switch? Like, I want to go straight. So is that correct? I don't know. But here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see how fast we can go with this bad boy. We're heading out on the Hubbard Plain. And this is a very long stretch of track right here. Oh, wow, we are really using up the water, too. So this stretch of track runs basically from north to south. We're coming up on a crossing. 65 miles an hour. And I do have to be cautious because we have a turn coming up. And I will derail if I'm not careful. But isn't that beautiful? Just the countryside, so much steam engine. All right, I got to get on the brakes hard. Hard. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't. So, yes, Suzette, the answer is you can derail. And I did. So, a little bit of carnage here. I didn't get her stopped in time. I should have been a little more cognizant of my speed, and that did not go very well. And now we're gonna leave this here, because to fix this, I would need to go into the console or Easy Dev and put everything back for like super strength. And yeah, they're not going to be happy with that at the Railroad Commission at all. Yeah, that was perfect. That wasn't planned either. So, yeah, let's just leave that there. Let's run away. We should just run away. Just go somewhere else and not worry about it. This is the other end of the track that I will show you this. So this is the south part of the track, and there's another distribution facility down here. If we put the map up, you can see it. So where we derailed on the map, if you can see it here, around around 142-ish is where we derailed. 140, between 144 and 142. And then I just went all the way down here to the lower left-hand corner. We're now way down around 21. So that's how the track runs. And this is just a distribution facility that I made up. It's supposed to be a logistics area. I think I'm calling it XLR Logistics, but it is a take on XRP Logistics, I believe. Yeah, so there we go. All right, we need to get back to farming. But I do love trains. And again, I think the train pack that Jay Weezy created was so amazing. And I'll fix that derailed train. Where is my Kodiak? There we go. This wasn't my Kodiak, but my tanker. And we're driving on this portion's grass, but that's okay. So that's the number 27 going to move out of Hubbard Station around 2:35 this afternoon. Yeah, this Hubbard is huge. It's 16x, and it is very much a real town. So you can go into Google Maps, you can check it out. Texar Mapping has done a spectacular job of recreating this. We are on a real road in Hubbard, Nebraska right now, and it goes out this way to the farm that I'm headed to, that I own. And we're just coming out of town. You're going to see how far at like maximum speed in this international it takes to get out to my farm. So we're doing 48, 50 miles per hour in this International. Way, way, way too fast to be driving on these roads at this speed. But you will see how long it takes to get out to the farm. I looked down and I ran off the road. So we're still cruising. We're still driving. We're now coming into my farm. So this is the start of my area. Oh, I looked down again, and I straight ran into... Oh boy, I've really mucked it up here, haven't I? There we go. I was using an 8, so... Yeah, you caught me, didn't you? I had a 7R that I was mowing with. It is on the Mod Hub. But I now have an 8030. I'll take you over here and show you. It's in here. This is... So there's a new one that is on the in-game Mod Hub. It just got released. This is an 8530. This 8530 is not on the in-game Mod Hub. And the reason why I had to go with this 8530 is I needed a front PTO. I did not have a front PTO or a 3-point... The one on the in-game Mod Hub right now, which was just released, and it's spectacular, by the way. In fact, I can show it to you because I have it in here. So if I go into the... store, it's in large tractors. And it is right here. It is this guy called the John Deere 8R Series 2009 to 2011. This was just released. In-game Mod Hub, all platforms. Very, 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 very nice tractor. Great detail, great sound. The hood opens. There's so many options. But you can get a front mount, a 3-point, but there's no PTO. And I couldn't get that front mower to actually start working. So I am using, and I've got a lot of them in here. I've got this 8530 that's right here. And there's another 8030 available on the in-game Mod Hub, which is this guy right here. You can get one with an independent front suspension. This is what I have and am using right now. This is an 85, I think I've got an 8530 chip-tuned. Sounds really, really nice, but the beauty of it is you can get a 3-point up front with a PTO. So again, just to recap all that, this that I'm using is not all platforms, but the one that just came out, which is right here, which is arguably a nicer model, like a really, really, really nice model. It is all platforms, so you can go get that right now on the in-game Mod Hub. And it is really, really, really nice. And yeah, I was thinking about using one of the Krone big mowers, but I just couldn't justify the price. Remember, I am tracking spending, and I'm really trying to make a profit on this farm. And I've got that $80,000 payment coming up for our loan in 2 days. So I've just got to be cognizant of all my spending. I don't know if $1.3 million, which is basically the balance that I have from the loan, is going to sustain us through like operation on this farm. Yes, so a lot of them are not US spec. This one on the in-game mod hub is. There's two options. One of them is US spec, the other is Euro spec. So kudos to the modder for making that available like he did. All right, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. The farmer's market should be open now, so I'd like to go and gather. We've got some eggs. Don't have a ton of eggs. But we do have a lot of apples from Meg's apple orchard. So let's go gather all that stuff. And we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to use super strength. I don't think I have the patience in me to use the skid steer right now. Oh, this thing's running a ton better. Although it's almost out of fuel as well. So we're going to come in, we're going to use a little bit of super strength here. Because we have a ton of apples that we need to take to the farmer's market. And if you're wondering, the house that was here in Hubbard, I know it's gone. I took it out. Texar, again, spectacular map, but did not make it so that you could like sell the houses that were here. So I did go in and take it out myself. No, I cannot post it. That would not be right since it is Texar's map. But if you are, skilled enough to get into Giant's editor, you could go in and delete it yourself. And that's a criticism I think sometimes that some folks say. Some map makers, they don't make things sellable, or I don't know what the difficulty is to make something sellable, so I don't want to criticize. I get it. Like, again, you're making a map of this size. Again, think about this, folks. This is a 16x map. There is hundreds of hours of time spent making this map. So I cannot criticize for the small things that I wish were available. I just have to go and make them myself. Yeah, I'm too lazy to use the skid steer right now. Although there are times where I'll use the skid steer, but I do want that realism. But right now, no, thank you. No, thank you. Let me see if I can get this up here. I don't know what I don't know what the haul is going to be. I haven't been to the farmer's market in a couple of days. I think I went early in the month and had a decent haul. And then I had some more compost and seeds that I was able to get into this. And things have been really clicking off nicely. Apples sell for a fairly decent sum. Grab this. And then I think Meg had, she might have had tomatoes or lettuce up in the garden, which we'll take that as well. And I really don't know if there were enough eggs there to even worry about, but we might go grab that one pallet of eggs. And the farmer's market just opened, so we might as well take everything. So all of this stuff, yes. So we got 4,000 apples on the back. What do we have in here? These are tomatoes. Yes. Oh, I guess I don't need super strength to pick those up. I thought I did. Let's see if we can just kind of edge that right there. I think that'll work. It fit. Let me get back into my truck. There we go. Yeah, these are base game tomatoes. The apples are not base game, though. The apples are part of a in-game mod. Orchards, I believe. You can get fruit trees. I might as well grab those. There's that one pallet of eggs. I don't want them to go bad. I don't know why the chickens aren't producing as much as they should be. But I'll just see if I can throw this one pallet on the back. We're just heading up to that farmer's market. What do we have here? It's not telling me. Oh, 400 eggs. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not a ton, but we might as well go and sell them. They fit right there? Yes, they will. All right, onward. We're almost out of gas in this as well. I think I've got enough to get to the market, though. I'm not too worried. On my convoy build, no, that's the hard part. I had to turn off license plates because No Man's Land is a European map, but since it's a playground map, you can build whatever you want on it, so you can turn it into a U.S. map. But you just got to turn off the European license plates. I wasn't able to get it to work properly by using them, so none of my stuff had license plates. So I don't know what this haul is going to bring. We had almost $40,000 in milk, which was spectacular. We've got 4,000 apples. We've got 30 bushels of tomatoes, and we've got almost 400 eggs. Guess I should have shifted up. That old cat motor was running out of breath up there. Didn't have any power. This truck is running a ton better. I don't think I ever realized how poorly things do run when they don't have maintenance done on them. I overlooked it. But this thing had like 0% maintenance on it, and it could hardly run 35 miles an hour towing a trailer. So much better. So we're headed back from the farm. We're not going to go all the way into town. That farmer's market's right along the railroad track up here. It'll be in about a mile. But again, not to sound like a broken record. Whoa, whoa. Man, I didn't want to lose that load. I almost flipped her over. Having a bad time with derails and trains and flipping cars. The time frame and the distance of a map this size, it really changes how you play the game. So you can see right up here, about a quarter mile up the road, right before the curve, this is where we're going to sell. This is the farmer's market. And all this is a sell-all point with some decorative items on it, but I feel like it works well. I cannot remember if I have to take everything off this truck or if it will do it on the bed. We'll see. Seems to be doing just fine. Let's see what this haul is. Any guesses? $6,338, not bad. So $46,000 with the milk and the produce. I don't know if we're going to be sustainable or not with that debt. We'll see. Let's see what they've got available here. Got some snacks. Looks like some old bourbon barrels. Looks like those are empty. A little bit of propane. Really kind of vacant right now. Not a lot of people at the farm store, but they've already paid. So I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's head back to the farm. Yeah, I didn't think that was terrible. So, you know, I'm trying to think about, again, this is the first month where I'm going to be a full month of profit. Milk, that was the second milk dump that I've done for the month. This was the second produce dump that I've done for the month. And again, the magic number is $80,000 plus. I don't know. I think it's going to be very difficult to break even, but it might become more profitable when we get into harvest and we start selling crops, depending on what type of crops that I sell. And then I've got to also consider if I, you know, sell cattle. So like those beef cattle that are out there, obviously we're not going to keep them forever. We'll sell those to a finisher, and the finisher will take care of, you know, finishing them off. But hopefully we make a profit from when we initially bought them to when we sell them to the finisher. And all that depends on their health and their age in the game. And then for our slurry and manure, so I am using manure as a fertilizer, but slurry I'm selling to a power plant. So we are making electricity out of it. Ventana Nuclear Power Plant, they are a nuclear facility, but they do have a bio reactor on site as well. They do take animal products, manures, slurries. We sell that to them. I don't spray slurry on the ground. So we're actually selling that for electricity, and it just kind of comes into our monthly payment they distribute to us. So we've got a lot of slurry we should probably take out to the power plant. Now, we won't get money right away. We'll only get it from when the electricity is sold. And we should probably hook up the trailer to this again, because I do try and, you know, if I'm moving things, have the skid steer with me. I should probably put fuel in this too. Let's go ahead and fill this up. I've got, again, off-road diesel and on-road diesel that I've got over here. Instead of, and again, don't want to run back into town. We'll just fill up with what we've got over here. So off-road diesel's in that big Meridian tank, then I've got on-road diesel right here. We'll fill up this side. This trailer, this is an in-game Mod Hub trailer, believe it or not. All platform mods. This is called the Lizard Flat Deck Trailer RTO 1274, and it is an all-platform mod available on the in-game Mod Hub. And I always feel bad. I don't know if 25 will change this or not, but these are free-roaming chickens. I always feel bad when you don't do any damage to them, but I always do feel bad running over them. Try not to, but again, if you do run over them, you clip right through them. It's not a problem. What a morning so far. I mean, I feel like we've done a ton of work already. Hey, what should we take a look at now? Let's run over to these bunks. I want to see how these bunks are doing. See at what percentage our fermentation is at. We're almost fully fermented, which is good. And then I'd like to see what we've got over in this slurry tank. Because I do need to go... Well, that's not going to show up there because that is a slurry tank extension. I think if I come in here, I'll see. So I've got almost 40,000 liters of slurry. See, milk's already built back up. Food is looking good. We have not fed them yet today. We should probably feed them. Now that I'm thinking about it. And you're in for a treat on this. This is not easy. And this is where it's actually kind of difficult. So I'm running Maize Plus. Let's go grab our mixing wagon. Got the Geel wagon here. You got this old Alice Chalmers. It sounds awesome. It's definitely turned up. All right, so let's make a mixture. So we are making food for dairy cattle, and again, we're using Maize Plus, so we've got this mixture we need to make for dairy cattle. It's molasses, it's filtered water, it's grain grist, it's brewer's grain, it's mineral feed, it's silage, and it's hay, and it's in those mixtures that are right there as you see them. So we've got to fill that up in the appropriate order. Well, not the appropriate order, but to the correct levels. So first off, we're going to come in here and we're going to take 1 scoop of silage. So this is fresh maize silage. Dump this in here, 1 bucket. So there's silage. Now I need to get my other ingredients. You know, I have never done a multiplayer stream. I wasn't really able to do them in the past because I never could get the Mac to work right. I would love to. I think it'd be fun. I don't necessarily know all of the requirements to do it, though. All right, let's grab our BG silage. So I've got a smaller bucket on here for that. I should probably turn the mixer wagon on. Stand by. Let me go do that. So there's the BG Brewer's Grain silage. There we go. We got that turning on. You can see how we're doing on our mixture there. Now I'm going to grab my grain grist. So there's a bucket of grain grist. I don't know what that is. And it is very true, Landon. It is not a farm if you don't have a John Deere 40 Series tractor. This is a John Deere 4440 Power Shift. And you laugh, but the farm that my daughter and I go out to in Iowa, very first tractor I learned to drive, John Deere 4440. Absolutely loved it. What a beast of a machine, too. Just like such a cool era of John Deere. Okay, now I need to switch implements, and I need to put some... Well, you know what we should do first? We should do water. We should do the filtered water. So let's just leave that running. Let's come over and get our filtered water. And I might need to move the milk truck out of the way. Let's just, you know what I should do? I'm going to make a mess of this. Let's do this. Let's go a little cheating here. Just a little bit. Let's grab our filtered water. We're going to dump our filtered water in. It's probably going to use all of this. Why isn't that going in? Do I have to have it on a... Maybe I do. Standby. Super strength off. I say it should take all of this filtered water. Why isn't it taking my water? Will it take the molasses? Super strength on. Grab the molasses. Yeah, it took the it took a little of the molasses. Oh, the trigger is like... I wonder if this mixer wagon doesn't like... I might need to look at that and see why. So what we would have to traditionally do, try from a tractor refill. Yeah, let's try that. Refill mixer wagon. So there, that worked. So that worked. Usually you can just dump it right in there. So now let me take this over. Refill mixer wagon. So now, yeah, the numbers are definitely going up. Okay, that worked. Now let's run over and grab our... We've got to get... some mineral feed. Let's see if this will take. No. Okay, so well, it took one of them. Weird. This mixer wagon must just like to... Yeah, it just wants things to be on the side. I don't know if I like that or not, because you need to, like, pour the stuff in. Alright, so I'm watching our mixture. That's probably good on mineral feed. Now we're going to top it off with... a little bit of hay. So this should make our total mixed ration. Well, clearly I'm not going to be able to use this mixer wagon. I don't like how that's operating. And it says that I have now hay because I need to now top this off with silage. So I can now jump back in the deer. And the rest of the capacity of this is going to be maize silage. And this should... It's not going to take all of it, I don't think. But this should turn a different color now. And this should become dairy cattle total mixed rations. Yep. As we top it off with silage. Whoa! I must still have super strength turned on. And there we go. Total mixed rations for dairy cattle, 14.53 yards. It's 92% full. See, I like the size of this wagon, but I don't love that. I wish you could dump the stuff in. So now we'll come in. I've actually not used this wagon yet, so I'm hoping the triggers all work. Yep. So our dairy cattle total mixed ration is going in here. Slowly going in here. Oh, I didn't notice that. It's got a really nice meter on the back of it. Very, very cool. And friends, I think I might be getting the cue from the missus upstairs that supper is ready in real life in Indianapolis. And you know, when you get that call, you do not want to be late. We've done an absolute ton of stuff today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy streams like this where I'm just playing the game. It keeps me honest on things, and it is a ton of fun. We're in Hubbard, Nebraska, on the 16X, playing as realistically as we can here on the Stover Farm. It's Sunday in real life. It is Saturday in game on the 16th, or in September, and we're coming up on what looks to be a very, very rainy October. I hope we can get all 1,300 acres harvested before the rain comes. So I think that's going to do it for today. Again, thanks for coming by. Really, really, really appreciate you being here. Cannot do this without you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, you name it, don't hesitate. Send me an email withthestovers@gmail.com or make a post in the chat on the channel. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and we'll see you later.